For the very straightforward reason of possessing the greatest armaments, the U.S. military is without a doubt the most intelligent, cutting-edge, and potent force on Earth. But which American armament systems are the best? Here are the top 10 American weapons of mass destruction, without further ado. Number 10. A-64 Apache. American assault helicopter with 4 blades and twin-turbo engines, the A-64 Apache. It has a nose-mounted sensor that is appropriate for night vision and target acquisition systems. Hellfire missiles, a 30mm cannon, and advanced sensors are also included. The Army can hit foes long before they are within shooting range because to the Apache's combination of speed, firepower, and range. It works equally well in all types of combat, whether tracking down rebels or taking out enemy armored columns. Number 9. M1A2 Abrams. The third-generation main battle tank, known as the M1A2 Abrams, is primarily used by the United States Army. It is extremely mobility and intended for contemporary ground combat. Notable characteristics include the employment of a potent multi-fuel turbine engine, the adoption of advanced composite armor, and separate ammo storage, making it one of the most protected tanks in the world. It is one of the biggest main battle tanks in service, weighing a massive 74 tons. A 120mm smoothbore cannon that can fire sophisticated kinetic and multi-purpose ammunition is mounted on the Abrams. 8th. Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers of the United States Navy. Destroyers in the U.S. Navy's fleet can operate alone or in battle group formations to defend aircraft carriers. The core of the U.S. Navy's fleet consists of more than 70 destroyers of the Arleigh-Burke class, which are now in active service. The most capable and well-balanced vessels in use by any modern Navy are these destroyers. In addition to being highly armed with machine guns, anti-aircraft weaponry, and 127mm cannons, the destroyers are also outfitted with the Aegis radar system, which allows them to defend the battle group against incoming missiles and enemy aircraft. 2 full-lengths close-in weapon systems, intended to take down approaching missiles, helicopters, drones, and small boats, are installed aboard each ship. Number 7. U.S. military drones. The most advanced and sizable fleet of military drones is operated by the United States. It is the only nation in the world to have widely employed drones for military purposes. There are several different drone models and types in the American arsenal. Nonetheless, the MQ-1 Predator and MQ-9 Reaper are the most well-known combat drones. Since 1995, the MQ-1 Predator has been used by the American Armed Services. The drone has a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that can propel it to a top speed of 135 miles per hour. It can travel up to 777 miles at its maximum range in a 24-hour period. It is possible to equip the MQ-1 with 2 Hellfire missiles. As opposed to the MQ-1 Predator, the MQ-9 Reaper is a bigger, heavier, and more powerful aircraft. The drone is equipped with a turboprop engine that can propel it to a maximum speed of 300 miles per hour and a range of 1,200 miles. The UAV, which has 7 hardpoints, can carry 3,800 pounds of different types of ammunition and missiles. Number 6. Lightning II F-35. The F-35 Lightning II is a stealthy multi-role fighter family that is all-weather single-seat and has only 1 engine. The roles this 5th-generation combat aircraft is intended to carry out include air defense, aerial surveillance, and ground attacks. There are 3 versions of the F-35 available, including the vertical landing and short takeoff models. The various branches of the military will get about 3,100 F-35s from the Pentagon. 1 engine that generates 43,000 pounds of thrust powers the jet. This engine allows the aircraft to reach a maximum speed of Mach 1.6, with 6 external weapon stations and 4 internal hardpoints. Number 5. The U.S. Navy's submarine types. The United States Navy possesses 3 primary categories of submarines: attack, ballistic, and cruise. These American Navy submarines are all nuclear-powered. The strategic purpose of ballistic submarines is to transport nuclear ballistic missiles. The U.S. Navy possesses 14 Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines, which are some of the most feared in the world. The primary armament of a cruise missile submarine is cruise missiles. However, the U.S. Navy also has 4 guided missile submarines of the Ohio class that can launch Tomahawk cruise missiles. Attack submarines are designed to perform a variety of tactical tasks. Number 4. American Air Force B-2 bombers. The United States' sole stealthy long-range strike weapon is the Air Force's modest fleet of 20 B-2 bombers. There isn't another plane with the range to launch from the U.S. mainland and attack targets across the world in hotly contested airspace. With aerial refueling, the B-2's unrefueled range of approximately 6,000 nautical miles can be increased to 10,000 miles. No other aircraft in the arsenal of the United States Air Force is able to breach thick air defenses. The aircraft, valued at an incredible $2 billion. The third is the intercontinental ballistic missile Minuteman III. With the conclusion of the Cold War, strategic nuclear deterrence has lost some of its significance. Minuteman III, an intercontinental ballistic missile from the 1960s, continues to be the cornerstone of American nuclear deterrence. Improved guidance systems and new rocket motors have been added to the long-serving missile throughout time. The present version of the missile is equipped with a 300-kiloton weapon. But ultimately, the Minuteman III will need to be replaced, thus we'll need to create a new ICBM. Number 2. Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. Perhaps the greatest stealth fighter aircraft currently in production is the Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. The F-22 has cutting-edge avionics and is incredibly stealthy. This aircraft can fly for extended periods of time at altitudes up to 60,000 feet, with a maximum speed of Mach 2.25. It can vector thrust from its engines at lower speeds and altitudes, which greatly increases its mobility. Number 1. U.S. Navy aircraft carriers. With 10 Nimitz-class and 1 Ford-class aircraft carrier, the U.S. Navy possesses the largest aircraft carrier fleet in the world. The Ford-class supercarrier is the biggest and most modern of these warships. More air power and capability is carried by one ship than by the combined air forces of several countries. More than 85 aircraft, including drones and naval helicopters like the F-35, F-A-18 Super Hornet, EA-18 Growlers, and Hawkeye early warning aircraft, can fit within a Ford-class aircraft. The millimeter full-length close and weapon systems, Sea Sparrow missiles, and rolling airframe missiles are some of the defensive weaponry of the Ford class. So, what are your thoughts? Which weapon system is more potent in your opinion? Tell us in the space provided for comments. Don't forget to view our other videos. I appreciate you watching, and as always, please remember to subscribe, like, and share.